In the saddle. Back in the saddle. Anybody win anything today? Hopefully, 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 hopefully. My Philadelphia guy. Hold on, I'm gonna put this fan on. It's kind of hot. Hey, Tig. My cat is just stretched out right up under the fan. All right, guys, let's get at it. What we got? What do we have today? Anything good? I hope, hope. Tigers 2-2. They tied it up against Tampa. I think I took Detroit once, but when you're dealing with what's that guy's name? Flannery. You pretty much have to be careful when dealing with Flannery because Flannery gives up. He walks a lot of batters, and then he puts himself behind the eight ball by walking batters. So now you're forced. Okay, so as a pitcher, right, your job is to get the players out, strike them out, right, or get them to ground out, pop up or whatever. Well, if you start walking batters, now you're going to put yourself behind the eight ball because the pitches that you mentally change up with the batters, that's gone. You got to make sure you throw strikes because you can't allow to get another to let people keep getting on base. So you walk two people, right? Then the next guy up the bat, you know what he likes, but you usually wouldn't give it to him like right down the middle, right? But now you force to throw strikes. And those guys that come up the bat, they know it. So that's why he gets bombed like he does. Now, if he stopped walking batters, that's over half of the problem completed. Baseball is very tricky and can be complicated. Um, and then you got the pitch count, right? And the pitch counts how many pitches have you thrown. Because when you're playing in the league or even like in high school and you throwing that ball at a high velocity, your arm's gonna hurt, right? So your arm is hurting. You're no good for maybe a week. You gotta probably kind of relax and lay off. But when you're throwing, if you get behind because you're throwing a bunch of balls and you walking like two guys every inning, that will catch up with you because that next batter is gonna say, "Oh, okay, you're gonna have to give me what I want." And then you gotta throw a strike. And guess what? You serve up a goddamn gopher ball, pow, out of there. And the next thing you know, you're out of the game. But at some point, my strategy would be, all right, dude, you're gonna have to work on it, right? We can do one or two things. We can just let you take some time, right? Let you get all of the work you need, give you some rest. Or you can go to the minors, right? Nobody wants to go down to the minors, trust me. Or, here's the third one. Or you start giving up these hits and loading these bases, you're gonna have to stay in there and take that beating. Instead of us switching pitchers. You're gonna have to stand there and take that beating. And trust me, as a pitcher, nobody wants to stay on that mound and get hammered. Because I pitched. You don't if you stand up, you throwing those balls and guys just smacking them, your confidence is in the fucking toilet. And you just and it's like you looking over at the coach to pull you. He turns his back, spits out some sunflower seeds, and he's just telling you you're going to clean your own shit up. Mm. Let's get at it. Let's get at it. I'm gonna have to get out of here kind of early, right? Because I'm doing help my daughter and whatnot. So when she calls me, that's when I go. But outside of that, it's been pretty good today, right? I hope you guys are staying positive. Hope so, hope so, hope so. All right, let's get at this. Oh man, it's hot. I can't see. Dog days of summer. Baseball is on. I love baseball. Um, I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, Nothing more that I like to do is sit down and watch a baseball game. Like some people don't like watching baseball because they say it's boring. But the most exciting game to me is not an 8-7 game, but the most exciting game to me is like a 2-1 game or 1-0 game. Why? Is because you see guys making good plays, diving. You get to see the pitcher mixing the pitches up, finessing those batters, striking them out. I like that. All right, let's get to it. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. Mm-hmm. No, it's not right. It's not right. It's not right. I'll be right with you guys. Right with you. Hold on. All right. All right. I'm just pulling up these things, getting it going. I'm late here, as per usual. So let's get to this baseball thing and see what's going on. I did some tickets. If you looked on YouTube, I don't know if you went on there and you went on YouTube and seen the, because I give you guys parlays. If you went on there, you would see that I did a game on ESPN, and I teased a ticket that was on ESPN, and I teased the ticket on there. So a lot of those scores might be, you might say, how did this guy get these kind of odds, and why is his? Because I teased it. You give up money, you know. So like, for example, I think that ticket was worth like 4 grand, but if I hadn't have teased it, it probably would have been about 7 grand, 8 grand, maybe 10, right? And that's why I'm trying to like get in the habit of teasing games and showing you guys. I don't want to bombard you with it. And it's probably not good to tease in baseball. The only thing you can get away with teasing in baseball is the under over, right? Because baseball is so tricky, so tricky. So um now here's where I did it last week and I won. Now here's where teasing the games in baseball matters. I think it was last week. It was Baltimore playing, I forgot whoever it was. I saw the matchup. I saw the pitcher that the other guys was sending out, and he was trash. I think his ERA was like 12 point something. When your ERA is that high, like 12 point something, that means this man is giving up the moon, the stars, the heavens. He's giving it up, right? So when it's like that, and you see him out there pitching, you better take the under. I mean the over, because these guys, man, if the ERA gets low, right, then you say, okay, we got a game. So if you see somebody that's pitching that's got an ERA of 1.65, just know this guy is good. If you have an ERA 17 or 12, just say, okay, man, this guy is giving it up. What's the problem? So that's how I look at it, and that's what I do. But like I was saying, I did the teasing on one game, and I knew Baltimore had the matchup. I took Baltimore +3 because Vegas and the sports books, they like to play games, right? So they put they had, I don't forgot who it was Baltimore was playing, but they even had Baltimore wasn't even the favorite in that game, and I'm like, what? This is a freebie. Well, it is and it's not. Vegas is always playing these mental games. Vegas is always playing these mental games, and if you catch them and you know what and you know what those teams are about, you won't fall for it. Now, the average Joe who doesn't know about baseball, and he pulled it up and looked at it, he'll probably think, okay, that's their word is born. Let's go ahead and take this. Well, you got to look at it. So I looked at it and I'm like, damn, not only should Baltimore be favored, I said, but I'm going to put +3 because you just always plus 1.5. So I was like, the hell with that. I said plus 3.5. And not only did I get that game like that, it was in the same actual ticket. I think it was the Blue Jays playing somebody, and they had the matchup. So I put +3 again. And I'm like, man, I'm not gonna hit. When it finished, I'm like, oh my God, I won. But I didn't win that parlay ticket. I lost it over something stupid, right? You kick ass on making moves like, because normally when you tease, you usually bring it down, right? I brought it up to get more money and hit it. But who lost that game for me? Was it? I can't remember. It was probably some team that I can't stand. Let's get to it, ESPN. So yeah, I teased that ticket so you guys can get a good look at what teasing does and how it works. I hope it wins, not to have money, but I hope it wins so I can come on here, show it, put it in the screen, and I gotta get I've got to get a program, and I've been saying it, but I'm going to get it. Get a program where, while I'm talking to you guys live, I can show you what I'm doing, right? And that's always the best. Okay, let's get to it. Paul Skeens. Ooh. They want to trade Paul Skeens. All right. I don't know what the hell Pittsburgh is doing. I really don't. The stuff Pittsburgh does just doesn't make sense. They got a hell of a pitching squad. Damn, they got a damn Falter, Henny, Keller, Falter. And you mean to tell me you guys ain't in first place? Oh, I know why. Just look at Keller's record and Henley's record, and look at Paul Skeens. Now, who's Falter has been having good luck. Maybe he buys the guy's pizza or something. I don't know. But they play for him. But when these other guys is pitching, poor Keller. I mean, this dude is he's like 1-10 or 1-9. And you can tell he's a good pitcher because it goes, he's 1-9, but his ERA is like 4 point something. So I'm like, okay, so he's getting screwed. Now, if his ERA was like 7 or 8 or even 6, I would like, you suck, dude. You deserve it. But no, Keller's ERA for Pittsburgh, last I checked, it was 4 point something. Might even be at 3 now. I don't know. You laugh. All right, let's get to it. Baseball. Baltimore won. The New York Mets nothing. Tampa Bay 2, Detroit 2 in the 6th inning. And I'm sorry, that Baltimore game is in the 4th inning. Okay. Seattle at New York. 0-0, top of the 5th. But let's see. Seattle has a runner on first and third, 2 outs. Boston and Colorado scoreless after 5. Marlins. The Marlins 7, Cincinnati 1. Look, guys, I get it. I do shoot my mouth off a lot, but I'm telling you guys that the Marlins next year or the year after that, in 2 years, dude, they're going to be competing to be the world champs in baseball. Next year, they'll probably make the playoffs. And if we look now, I think the Marlins, they're flirting with playing 500. Let's see. Yep. If they win today, they'll be 42-48. I predicted these guys are going to be playing 500 ball before the season is over with. They had Perez going today. So I was talking to one of my buddies. He goes, oh, no, you're not going to win. And he just shot his mouth off. I listened to him. Because you know when you shoot your mouth off, somebody's always going to call you on it. So when I'm done with all of this, if he's not watching, I'm calling you. He'll probably block me. All right. So the Marlins 7, Cincinnati 1. That's encouraging, right? That's very encouraging. Oh my God. The Dodgers 0, Milwaukee 5. Pittsburgh 2, Kansas City 6. I'm curious. Let's go to this Dodger game. I took those. Oh, Peralta. Mm-hmm. Kershaw, they must have beat the brakes off of him because I don't even see where's Kershaw. Now, this is baseball, guys. I mean, for an example, right? Yeah, Peralta went 6 innings. He allowed 5 hits. He struck out 7. He only walked one batter. So now the bullpen is taking over, and just hope that they don't screw up, because if they do, they should have let Peralta stay in longer than that. But I guess they got a plan. But when you're playing the Dodgers, man, it's like playing with a loaded stick of dynamite in one hand and a lighter in the other hand, and you keep flicking the lighter. Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers is no joke, right? Any minute, any day, it can happen. Yep, you laugh. Yeah, Baltimore. No, the game is over. Oh, Jesus. Was this today? This wasn't today, was it? Hold on, guys. Let me double check something else. And give me 1 minute. Hold on. All right. So I was just looking at some of my tickets to see if I was still in the game or not, and actually I'm still in it. If you guys play any of the things that I sent you, you're still in it as well. So make sure you take your tickets. If not, if we win, I'll be on here tonight, running my mouth and talking about what we did. But yeah, for the most part, guys, that ticket that I put on here that I teased, that's the one that it'll have ESPN, right? I usually put everything on, sometimes on Facebook, but the ones that I tease, I'm not gonna put that on Facebook because a lot of people may not see it. Most of the people are here on YouTube, so you want to put it on here so the guys can see it. And I swear to God, I swear, right? When football season comes, you'll probably be talking to one of those sports books probably 2 times a month, and they'll be threatening you about something that you're not doing right because you're going to be winning. The sports books are funny, right? So when you're losing and you're giving the sports books all your money and you're losing like crazy, they don't care. You could be on the moon. You can be on Saturn or Jupiter. My God, Neptune. And playing it. And you way out of the area. You can't, right? So, but when you start winning, that's when they start watching you. Like, what was that there? When I hit that 20K that once, I used to always go in and I used to do my homework and then put my bets on the slip and save it, right? So, because if you save it, because when you go to sleep and look, if you're anything like me, if you're over 50, you're screwed because we can't remember a thing, right? I'm having a conversation with somebody, and if somebody comes around and cuts me off, I'm done. And they'll go, well, what were you talking about? I don't know. Hell, man. But nevertheless, the sports books, they'll start cracking down on you. Anything that you do wrong, you jaywalk, the sports books knows, and they'll come after you. Now, they'll suspend you. Now, the one thing about FanDuel is pretty cool, right? I know I had my fights with them, but FanDuel actually, I stopped trashing them because they're actually one of the best things out there. I've never used DraftKings, but FanDuel is pretty good. Now, ESPN is good for teasing games. So I'm gonna pull up this game for you really quickly, the tease game, so I can explain. I'll tell you how it's. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Um. Okay, here we go. Right here. Is this it? This it? This it? No, I was just telling somebody how um I got threatened. Not a not something that you can call a cop. I mean, well, so I'm from Detroit. We don't call the cops on people if you get threatened. Because normally some old lady will threaten you in Detroit. What are you gonna do? Call the cops on her? But I was just telling them about that person that's always making threats. I said they just want attention. That's all. They're just looking to get attention. And if you tell them, hey, don't do that, then it feeds their ego, whatever. All right. So Flannery, I did take, but this is not the ticket that I want to see, right? But I took the Tigers in one game, and I took Jack Flannery to throw over 5.5 strikeouts. Now this is what I sent you guys. So if you on YouTube, you'll see it. It's there. I was kind of late sending them in because, again, I have to take care of some things, right, for myself, right? Um, no, I'm not goofing off. I'm not. I got Sonny Gray on here, and I got Sonny Gray to throw 4 strikeouts. I got the Yankees on here on the money line, and I'm gonna tell you what, you can never get hooked on one team because they'll let you down all the time. Are they letting you down on purpose? It's baseball, man. These guys pretty much play every single day. So they'll have like one. So technically, they got one day off, right? The team does. But other guys can probably get a family day or something like that and not even come to the field. I don't, or whatever. But for the most part, I mean, if you want to play every day, you can, right? Like Carl Ripken, the Iron Man. But you can play every day if you want. But baseball is like a marathon. Pitchers get tired, batters get tired. I don't know. But I don't want to talk about this one. I want to talk about the teasing one. Because the teasing one, you can say, Ron, why do you keep talking about teasing? This is wise because what is this? July 8th, July 7th. Football season is right around the corner, guys. Right around the corner. And you want to be ready. Now, some of you guys already know how to tease. That's great. This is not for you. But for those of you who don't know how to tease, you might want to get some practice in now because it's going to come in handy if you like to bet on college football. It's essential. When I first started betting on college football, I was losing my ass, right? And I was like, man, why can't I? Well, when I found out about the teasing, some guy told me about it. And I started doing it. Then that was the year I was having like 1,200 in my pocket, 1,300 in my pocket every weekend, right? Because after the Saturday games, I had money. And I really had slowed up on the NFL a lot because, college is very entertaining. The NFL is too, but the NFL to me just seems like they doing too much, right? I don't like when they I don't like when they ban players for playing. But I get it, right? But here's why I don't like it, or I disagree with them. You can't sit up there and endorse DraftKings. NFL, they do. They endorse DraftKings or FanDuel, one of them. You endorse them. But now you telling little Johnny he can't play it. Well, little Johnny ain't stupid. He goes, well, you endorsing it? Just saying, right? Tell you what, little Johnny plays dumb, but he's not. Oh, come on, man. What the hell? All right. So here is, I don't know if this is the first one or not, and I got to get this screen sharing thing. But this game, the Tigers, I took the over at 5.5. So right now they're at 4, right? So now all the Tigers has got to do order raise because I don't really care who wins this game. Ron, I thought you were a Tiger fan. I am. But I'm a money fan first. When money comes first, then everything else is whatever. So it's 4. Tampa 2, Detroit 2. The over under, if you look, is probably 7.5 or 8.0. But I teased it all the way down to 5.5, right? Can you win? Absolutely. It increases your chances too. Can I still lose? Absolutely. Because it's over 5.5. Let's just say somebody scores one more run. Because they're in the 7th. If somebody scores one more run and that's it for the rest of the game, I lose. I'm just looking to get somebody to get 2 more runs in. 2. If I get 2 more, I'm good. All right. So that's the first one. I took the Yankees on the money line. And who is this? I took Colorado and the Red Sox. I took that over 6.5, but they're in the 5th inning. I might get screwed on that one, right? I took the New York Mets on the run line. Now, here's why I did that. Because the pitching matchup favored Baltimore. I mean, New York. The guy that Baltimore has going for him, he's like 0-7 or something like that, right? ERA is about high as the devil. It's like 10.8 or something. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll do it. Well, that's what I say, guys. Sometimes stats in baseball is misleading, you know. For the most part, you kind of need to go on it. But unless you've got a good hunch, if you've got a good hunch, man, go on it, right? But for the most part, stats, it tells the tale, right? But sometimes it don't, right? You can't measure a person's heart or a team's heart, right? I took the Tampa Bay Rays and the Tigers to go over 5.5. But I'm concerned because I took the New York Mets negative 1.5 and they're losing. Maybe I should have took the money line, right? And guys, when this happens, don't go kicking the dog. Don't go turning over tables. The game's not over with. Relax. And I'm going to tell you what. You get yourself in a whole lot of trouble with the old lady. And then you know how we are as guys. In 2 hours, we're great. But you pissed the old lady off. And you know, they hold on to grudges for like years, man. Burning your food for a whole week or a month. No, but guys, it's kind of like, you know, make sure you kind of watch these games and don't make a lot of mistakes and have to pay for it in the end. One ticket I've got the A's on the money line. Um, I got Robbie Ray to throw 4+ strikeouts. I've got the San Diego Padres on the money line. I've got St. Louis on the money line. And I've got New York Yankees on the money line. What's going to happen there? I don't know. Right? Well, let's go to the rest of the teasing. I gave you 2 parts of the teasing. Now I'm going to give you the third one. Because I think I took like 8. So, I just did that. Right? Okay, I took the over 6.5, Cincinnati and the Marlins. And then I took the over on Toronto and Chicago, but that's in the third and it's no score. So I pretty much going to have to wait and see what's going to happen. Right now, it's not looking favorable, but you never know, right? What is this? Is this one? Okay, here's the other part of it. Okay, so that was what I was looking at something from yesterday with the Dodgers and the Brewers. Because I was getting ready to say, what? Remember when I first came out, like the Dodgers 9-1? What? So it's the Dodgers. Another bullet. Dodgers 1, Milwaukee 0. Now, does that mean anything? No. But here's the deal. Kershaw's pitching, and that new young kid with Milwaukee, the lanky kid. That dude is fire, man. You'll be, so like, if I had to give out my future stars, it would be him, and I think his name is, it's Polish. It's a Polish last name. I can't pronounce it. But it's the guy from Milwaukee, the young kid from Milwaukee. We've got the 2 kids in Miami, Perez and Max Meyer. Max Meyer, I think, is out hurt. You guys will hear me say these names. If I keep, calling their names, it's not because that's all I know. I do it because these guys got a lot of potential, and I'll just call it like I see it. They look really good. There's other guys that's out there, but my main guys that I like that's going to be like, I think is going to be the bomb, Max Meyer, the guy Perez. Both of those players are with the Florida Marlins. And this guy here with Milwaukee. They just called that kid up, too. All right. So we got the Dodgers on the money line. We might be okay with that one, but whatever. And the last, I took the Cardinals on the money line. I took the New York Liberty, the WNBA. I took them on the money line. I took the Houston Astros on the run line. And guys, I'll let you know this right now, because Carl won't tell you this. Because Carl is our big WNBA slappy, right? He's at the games. He's all, and you'll see him on the videos. But one thing, I have heard Carl say this. They can be unpredictable, man. You don't know. Sometimes you don't know what you're getting. You know what? Give me a minute. I'm going to turn this light on, because when I look at the screen, I'm looking back, it gives me the Orenthal look. Hold on. some granola. I took the Houston Astros on the run line when they're losing 2-0. And that's strange because Houston has Hunter Brown going. And Hunter Brown, and you know what? If he loses, it's all my fault. Because that's all I do is brag and talk good about him. So, but he's Mr. Consistent, right? When you look for any pitcher from the start of the season till now, and you look for the most consistent pitcher, I guarantee you he's in those numbers. And I haven't heard him mention his name for the Cy Young Award, but when they say Screwball, we know that. Wheeler, we know that. But how about this guy here? And poor Paul Skeens, as long as he's in Pittsburgh and they screwing stuff up, you won't see it. Keller, right? Henley. Falter. Oh, and by the way, are you aware that Falter has a winning record? Like I said, the guys at bat must like him. He must buy him pizza. And Paul Skeens. 4. You got 4 good pitchers. That's all you need. And what are the Pittsburgh doing with him? I'm not critical of teams like that, but I become critical of Pittsburgh when you do stuff like avoid a pitching matchup between Paul Skeens and Turk Screwball. That's what everybody wants to see, right? They don't want to see guys sitting in the dugout with their legs crossed, spitting sunflower seeds. They want to see 2 good pitchers going at it. But Pittsburgh got around it twice. And it ended up that one of the games rained out. So I'm like, good. So now they can put these guys together. It was in a doubleheader. Guess what? Pittsburgh took Skeens and moved him back. And I'm like, okay, now I see why you guys don't win. Because you're trying to avoid something. Because you're already in order for you to avoid another pitcher, that means you've already conceded that you can't beat him. All right, whatever. San Diego Padres versus the Diamondbacks. That might be a pretty good one, but I took San Diego on the money line. All right. Yeah. So this ticket is it's about $4,000, right? If it wasn't for all of the teasing, it'll probably be like $8 or $9,000, right? Have I hit for big amounts like this? Yeah. Is it hard? Yeah. Does it take concentration? Yes. It takes concentration, but it also takes, how can I say this? Don't get me wrong, I'm not a religious person. I'm not, right? But I do believe in the universe because we're all one with the universe. But you have to be vibrating on something positive because if you're not, you won't win. You got to be positive. If you're positive, you attract positive, right? I remember I was younger, I used to always, talk about certain women. And then those were women I would always be attracted to. And they would come, and I'm like, well, what the hell? And my grandmother goes, that's because you talk about them, and that's what they do. They come to you. You're attracting them because it's the universe. So guys, always watch, you always want to be positive, right? And whatever. Stay positive and you will get some hits. All right, let's get off of this, right? And let's get back to these games. And let's go to tomorrow really quickly because I don't know when my daughter is going to call, but let's just get to it now. So, MLB. Also, if you guys are new, make sure you like and subscribe because I need it. Right? Some guy came on, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and he told me I sucked. And I was like, well, tell me something I don't know. But if I suck and you know I suck, you must suck worse because you on here. That's pretty bad. And he didn't say nothing else. Had the whole day. Got him again. All right, so let's get at this. Let's get at this. All right. And Antonio made a suggestion yesterday, and I'm just going to piggyback off of him, and we just keep it going, see how it works from there. This is actually a good idea, right? Antonio just was saying you just narrow them down, right? But like on your main parlays, right? You narrow them down, concentrate on 4 or 5. Now, don't get me wrong. I can concentrate. I've hit 16 leg parlays. I have, right? I've had 15. I think the most was like, I hit a 17, right? But one thing that I won't do, you won't catch me playing $100 or $75 on a parlay ticket because here's the deal, and just think about it. I listen to these guys all the time saying, get away from those parlays, get a one team going. If you take, let's say we take Philadelphia against the Giants tonight, and we load up on Philadelphia. Philadelphia loses. Is that possible? Yes. Betting is betting, right? So just, it's whatever you can do and whatever you feel most comfortable with. All right, so tomorrow, Reese Olson versus Zach Littell. Zach Littell is 7-7. His ERA is 3.5. 76 strikeouts. Reese Olson is 4-3. ERA 2.89. 54 strikeouts. I'm going to take the Tigers in this one, and the reason why, guys, is because you just have to, let's see, yeah, you just have to, when you got teams like the Tigers and the Dodgers and the Yankees, you just got to ride them until they're not hot anymore. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? I'll take the Tigers on the run line tomorrow. Actually, I will, right? And if you want, let's look at Zach Littell's last game. Okay, so Zach Littell, and it's, what the hell is that? Okay, so Zach Littell, his last 3 games, the July 4th against Minnesota, he struck out 5, he walked 2, he allowed 1 run, and he gave up 4 hits out of 6 innings. The game before that, thank you. The game before that one, June 28th, he played Baltimore. He won that on decision, but he went 7 innings. He allowed 3 hits, 1 run, walked 2, and struck out 5. That's good. Then against Detroit, the last time he played Detroit, he didn't get the win. He didn't get the loss. It was a no decision. He pitched 5 full innings. He gave up 4 hits and 1 run. That's pretty good, actually. All right? And I know you go, well, you haven't even looked at the one for the Tigers. So, guys, I'm going to tell you like this. When it comes to the Dodgers, the Yankees, and I shouldn't be like that, but the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Tigers, Houston, Philadelphia, guys like that, I don't really think twice, right? Because because of their batting lineup is so good. And that's why I always tell you guys, when you do nerfies, always make sure that the following teams aren't in that game: Detroit, Philadelphia, New York, San Diego, Houston. And those are guys that'll score at will, right? So, nerfies is no runs in the first inning, right? Nothing. So, you can do nerfies, man, but just watch it. And you go, well, can I get something? Yes, they've got this one bet you can do first inning under or over 1.5 runs. I usually take that, right? If I see a pitching duel or one pitcher is good, let's say if the Dodgers is playing Milwaukee, right? Kershaw. Well, let's say Glass now. He's out. Or whatever. And I do know the Glass now is going to probably strike out the side, right? But the Dodgers are going to probably strike out the side, right? But Milwaukee won't be able to, the Dodgers might score. Milwaukee probably won't, but it's a great chance that the Dodgers will. It's a great chance that the Tigers will. It's a great chance that the Phillies will. Guys, even the Padres. So just remember those power hitting teams. Do it. Just be careful. I'd never put them in a nerfie. Never. And I learned that long time ago. Because you'll go to bed with your lips all poked out, tossing and turning all night. And then your wife tell you, man, you want to go sleep on the couch. I'm not doing this. So, God, I'm here to help you guys win. And let's just face it. I'm here to help you guys, so you won't get in trouble with the old lady. Because they know, dude. They know. They know what we're up to. We got to always kind of like stay ahead. They're smart, man. Can you outsmart them? No. It's hard. I mean, you probably can, but is it worth it? Because you're going to lose no matter what. So you just want to stay out in front. You don't want to show your face that you're winning or you losing. Because if you show your face that you're winning and she see you excited and nervous, then she's ready. She's going to be asking questions about when is the money coming. But if she knows you're losing and you showing it, you walking around acting crazy, well, she's going to start saying you a fiend, you a gambling fiend, and she's going to talk about you to her girlfriends and all of that. So just be careful. Let's go. All right. So Zach Littell, his last outing was okay. But Reese Olson, let's take a look at him. He's 4-3. So his last game against Cleveland, right? He went 4 innings. He allowed 6 hits, 1 run. One person he walked. He struck out 3. Against Toronto, the week before that one, he pitched 6 innings. He allowed 1 hit. And he walked 1 passenger, and he struck out 6. Toronto's tough, man. But again, that Toronto game, he went 6 full innings. He allowed 1 hit. Holy crap. He basically pitched a 1-hitter through 6, right? So that's good. He only walked 1 batter. Then against Texas the week before, he lost that game. He went 4 innings. He gave up 7 hits, allowed 3 runs, walked 1 person, and struck out 5. And I'll just be honest with you. I'm not going to take the Tigers because of the pitching matchup, right? I'm taking the Tigers because the pitching matchup is there, but these guys swing a bat, right? They're getting hits. So when you got guys like that that's getting hits, like Torkelson, and you know what? Here's the thing. A lot of my buddies was laughing at me when I was talking about Torkelson last year. Now, you know what they're saying now? Oh, he was right. You know what? I might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but some things I can figure out. All right, so let's get going on this one. Taking the Tigers, right? Now I'm gonna go through and look through some games, right, and just pick out the ones I think that we should attack. Blue Jays and White Sox. Yeah. Yes. So he gonna get in trouble. My cat is playing with his. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop! Stop! It's a water thing, and he's playing with it, knocking it around. You plug it up, and the water comes out like a water fountain. But he's moving it with his paw, and he's hitting it. Hey, stop it! Knock it off! He looked at me and rolled his eyes. What is? All right, let's get it going. So tomorrow, guys, I like the Blue Jays, and I'm gonna mark this off. I like the Blue Jays in the White Sox game. Why? Because it's gonna be a pitcher's duel. Both of these guys have low ERAs. Eric Lauder, he's a lefty. He's 4-1 ERA, 2.65, and 51 strikeouts. And Adrian Hauser, he is 4-2, and he's got an ERA of 1.60, 37 strikeouts. That's the game we want to go with, right? So the Blue Jays and White Sox tomorrow, a definite. And I'm getting ready to add them in because I added them in yesterday. I don't know what I did with them and lost them. You guys go anywhere exciting for vacation or anything? Wow. Whoa. Glass? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, he's okay. So, Glass now is back. I didn't even know he was back. Guys are in trouble now. All right. Yeah, you can tell. His first game was. Oh, he hasn't pitched since April 27th. And whatever the reason was, I guess we could tell that he wasn't doing what. I got cut off the battery. Mm. Ooh. Motherfucker. Oh, man. All right. my phone, my battery died, and that's what happened. So I'm back now. Um, Glass now for the Dodgers going up against Jose Quintana. Jose Quintana is 6-3, ERA 3.44, 44 strikeouts. Tyler Glass now for the Dodgers. So this is easy for me. I would go with this game because it's going to be a good duel, right? So we'll mark this one off, right? The Yankees in Seattle. I'm not feeling that one. The Mets and the Orioles. Nope. Philadelphia and San Francisco. That's a definite yes, right? Now, as a matter of fact, this is going to be our ticket tomorrow. What time do these first play? All right. So 3:45. So that's 12:45. Holy crap! The Tigers just won 4-2. All right. Before I was interrupted, right? We're gonna do Philadelphia. Here's what we're gonna do. All right. We're gonna take Philadelphia tomorrow, and we're going to. And this is gonna be that guy balling from Philadelphia. I know he's gonna love this. We are going to do a parlay, a same game parlay, right? And we're gonna do Philadelphia. Oh, we can do a couple of more games, but this is the one that we're gonna do. Yeah.
I'm walking out now. Maybe she's still in the game. She got to be still in the game.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing my show, so yeah. No, no,
I'll
no.
pick
She
her.
was
I'll pick her up.
no, she's watching the show and stuff like that. I mean, she was in there watching movies, so you know.
Well, maybe they showing them training shit.
Well, yeah. I mean,
She called. I'll pick her up.
what do you what do you what are you gonna make for dinner?
Some cheesesteaks.
Well, I don't like. No, I'm messing with you. What kind?
Some
Yeah, that's good. That sounds real good.
some onion rings or something.
Oh man, that sounds real good.
There's little cheesesteaks with some onion rings. I'm walking out the door now.
No, I like it.
There I get on the bus. The black lady that's like remind me of Kim. She said she's gonna send me some barbecue. So her husband do some good barbecue.
He's a grill master, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I showed her my YouTube.
Uh
I
huh.
said, girl, you be cooking up some stuff. She
Oh,
said, yeah, my husband know he can barbecue. My husband loves barbecue.
what do you
I'm
think?
gonna send you, huh?
You think he better than people?
She said gonna send me some barbecue home. I said, yeah, my husband will like that. I said, he would like you if he was here. You and him would laughing all the time.
What she
She said,
works?
I show, huh?
What she say?
She said, I show he like to get a chance to work with your husband. I said, yeah, he would like you. Y'all been two peas in the pie.
Why would you say that? Because you know I be getting at it, huh?
Yeah, she good people, but they pissed her off today. And she said, what kind of fucking shit is this they be asking me just because I'm new? Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
They be doing too much.
And she good people. She real good people. She always talking to Sydney, calling her pretty.
Hey,
I'll be on the phone talking to Sydney.
okay. I'm gonna wrap this show up, and then I'll call you right back. Give me about like 20, 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
I'm going to sit out here for the bus. Take your time.
All right. Bye
All
bye.
right, bye.
Yeah. All right. That was the old lady, so I don't have to go pick my daughter up. She's gonna do it, so whatever. Okay, guys, let's do this, right? It's nice outside. I know you guys are getting tired of hearing me, but this is important right here. All I need is about 5 or 10 minutes of your time. Tomorrow, we're going to tackle the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Giants, the San Francisco Giants. Philadelphia Phillies are 53-38. The Giants 50-42. The Phillies I hope nobody got hurt. But they usually do that just to get through traffic. But anyways, we're going to go with Jesus Lazario with Philadelphia. He's a left-hander. Um, he's 7-5. His ERA is 4.44. He has 115 strikeouts. We're going to go to Justin Verlander. Justin Verlander, right-handed, 0-6, ERA 4.84, and he struck out 60. You know, Father Time will catch up with you at some point, right? So, the last time Justin, let's look at it. So and they touched Justin Verlander up pretty good. Poor guy. He's good, though, but, I mean, he can't, you know. So the last game he played, he went 3 innings, and they knocked his ass right out of the game. He went 3 innings, gave up 7 hits, and 6 runs. Now, that'll do it every time. That'll have you yanked every time. And see, you see what I mean? They pulled him out in the 3rd inning, but watch how impressive this is with Verlander. They pulled him out the 3rd, but Verlander had 5 strikeouts already. So if you yeah, he went 3 innings in that game. He lost, but he struck out 5. So at the end of 2, this dude might have had about 3 strikeouts already. So if you pick Verlander to get 4 strikeouts, you made it. And I don't even recommend taking a lot of strikeouts with guys like Verlander because of stuff like this. But if you waited and you held on and you got that, then that was good. Because he is still impressive, right? He's going to get somebody this year. He's going to get somebody. Trust me. But Father Time has this way of catching up to you. The White Sox, he played before that. He went 6 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 1 run, struck out 3. He played against Miami. He lost that game, but he went 5 innings. He gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, and struck out 5. It's Justin Verlander. Right? Guys, come on. Make sure you like and subscribe. You know, kind of help me out. But Justin Verlander, but Justin Verlander is still crafty. I mean, what I'm waiting on Justin Verlander to do is to go finessed. Because when you start getting older, you can't come hard down the middle. Nolan Ryan is one of the only ones, I think, that I witnessed bring it at like over 40. Like Nolan Ryan, man, was like this dude was still blowing guys down. I'm like, what the hell? Nah, and you know what? Nolan Ryan was one of them country boys, man. He just was cock strong, man. The dude was just naturally good. And the one was with some kid rushed him out, and he beat the crap out that kid. That was great. And the kid, I'm like, man, why would you? That was good. That was funny though. But at least that kid that rushed him, he'd always say, hey, look, I got my ass kicked by a Hall of Famer. Yeah, but it's all good. But sooner or later, Justin Verlander is going to become a finesse pitcher. Why? Because the older you get, you can't come hard down the middle like that. You lose that juice. So what you have to rely on is different pitches that you learn to perfect, like the knuckleball, screwballs, change ups, right? After you throw in the curve, you just got to change it up. So he's gonna switch up, guaranteed. Wakefield, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to deviate, but I'm gonna say this and get back. I like the last year, the Tigers played at Tiger Stadium, uh, I went to the game, right? And they was playing Boston. They was playing Wakefield. Wakefield throws knuckleballs, right? And when you're looking at it from on TV, and you see it, you're like, man, he throwing slow as hell, right? Guess what? He is. I sat right behind the plate, and I watched it, and I was like, cause I could hit this guy. That ball would come, and then all of a sudden it would just drop, and I'm like, what? Yeah, it just drops on you. Well, it's not that obvious, right? But when you're throwing a fastball, it comes in like this, right? But when you're throwing like a knuckleball, it'll be up like this and then it'll just drop. Like you let the air out of the balloon. So you looking at it here, and it's real juicy because you need to tear that ball up, and then it just drops. Now, the thing with that is, like Phil Necro and those guys back in the days, um, it was either feast or famine. It's either you can get a hold of those guys and touch them up. And I've seen guys like Phil Necro and those knuckleballers, and they'll give up like 8 runs one game and then come back the next game and throw a no hitter, right? Because they've turned into finesse pitchers. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But let's do this. Because you guys tired of me. I'm tired of myself. The games we're going to work on is San Francisco and Philadelphia. I'm going to do some stuff tonight, put it together, and that way we can get some games going, and we can put something together. You guys are so awesome. Always, like always, guys, I always say at the end of my show, and I don't always, sometimes I forget, but mental health. Always make sure that you take care of your mental health. Back in the 80s, it was nothing like that, right? It was nothing like that. Mental health was not a thing. But now, we got people you can reach out to if you're having a problem with your mental health. Always, always, always focus on mental health first, and then you're good. You need any problems if you feel like you're chasing a lot of games and you're gambling. You can also reach out to Gamblers Anonymous. There's people out there that'll talk to you. I gotta get this stuff so I can put it across the screen, right? But they've got Gamblers Anonymous out there, and that'll help you. One of the things that you would know if you are really having a problem if you are busy chasing. All right, now there's a difference, right? Because you might have a guy that's chasing, not because he's a gambler. I mean, he's addicted to gambling. He's just trying to get his money back because he probably knows his old lady found out if he don't put that money back, he's in trouble. So that I wouldn't call a gambler like that. But now, if he's taking that money from his wife or from his kids, now he's got a problem, right? So you got to get that addressed. Mental health, all of that stuff works out. You guys have to make sure you take care of that. Stay in tune with yourself, right? Positive, positive, positive. Positive attracts positive, right? You're talking good, you're acting good, right? Your luck's going to get better, right? But you always have to be positive to attract positive. You're out here talking about people like a piece of crap. Like, I had a problem. I did that once. I was like, oh, this guy, and I was losing. And I was whining and complaining about everything, right? And then my mother goes, well, maybe you should try a different approach. And she goes, why don't you start being more positive? I said, Ma, I don't want. She says, I'm telling you it's going to work. And she was right. It worked. It worked. So, mental health, being positive. And sometimes, guys, some of the best things like taking a walk on the beach, just taking a walk in the neighborhood, getting in that air. You get the vitamin D from the sun, right? All of that. And it does the body good. As a matter of fact, the last time that I had a big hit, right, I was walking. I went walking, and I walked for about I want to say 3 miles, no, 4 miles. I walked 4 miles. But as I was walking, I had my headphones on and I'm like picking the games, right? I'm in tune with the universe. I'm feeling good. I'm breathing good. I'm just in tune, right? I'm vibrating like this, at a high frequency. Uh, I hit, I hit that. Well, the day after that night, I hit 20K. And after that, I was like, God, okay, that. I called my mom and say, Mom, and she says, well, what did I tell you? I'm not a religious guy. I'm not into that. I'm not gonna knock anybody who is, because like what someone told me before, churches are like hospitals for people, and a lot of people need it. So you can't trash something that's good for it. Now, guys like Jimmy Swagger, bullshit. Hey guys, love, peace, and hair grease. I'll be back tonight. If we hit, I'll be back. If any of you guys, if I hit, I'm back. You guys are so awesome. Love, peace, and hair grease. And man, go get some tacos tonight, right? Do some tacos. It's on me. Peace out, guys.